Hi, welcome. Simon here and hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be doing a screen replacement on an iPhone SE. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'll be turning off the phone. You want to use a Pentaloop P2. Go ahead and remove the two screws here at the bottom right next to the charging port. Just take your time when you unscrew that because sometimes it can get hard to do it and end up stripping the screw. So just go slow until you get a firm grip and turn it to unlock. Alright, once you have done with that process, I'll be using a metal prying tool. I'm going to stick in between the phone and the screen, right about that much. Okay, and I'll be cutting out the adhesive. The phone has the adhesive seal to prevent dust or water to get in, but to remove the screen, you must remove or cut the adhesive so that the screen can open up and be separated. Alright, at this point, once you cut it up, turn the screen to your right, holding it at 90-degree angle. You then get the 1.5, this is 1.5 millimeter Phillips screwdriver. Be removing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Okay, hopefully you guys can see much better. So let's remove that screw. The one in the middle is much longer. And the third screw I removed is a lot longer as well. And here's the screw at the bottom right. It's a lot shorter. Get a plastic prying tool. Remove that metal bracket. Go ahead and disconnect the battery. And the battery connector is on the second from the bottom. Yeah, just like Lego, what you have to do is just go underneath that connector and flip that flex cable up. Now go ahead and disconnect that cable and that, which is for the screen. I'll be using a Phillips screwdriver still. Remove 3 screws, 1, 2, and the third one here. Removing the second screw. I have to use a tweezer to pick up the screw. For some reason, that 3 screws here, they are not magnetized or demagnetized. I can't pick it up with my screwdriver. So just use a tweezer to pick it up. Get a plastic prying tool. I'm gonna push that bracket out and go underneath the proximity sensor, that ear speaker front camera. So remove that cable. You're all set. Now the next step is to get the replacement screen, because what we're going to do is we need to transfer the home button, right? We need to transfer the home button and the front camera with the speaker over to that replacement phone here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that going. I'll be using a Pry screwdriver, or this little Y-shaped screwdriver. You have to remove 4 screws. After removing the 4 screws, the home button bracket will just come right off. And now what you want to do is you're going to make sure that you go underneath that flex cable right there. Not all the way in, it's just in between that. Let me do it first, then you can take a look. So you want to go in between that. You see there's another flex cable right there. So that is the connector. So you don't want to go all the way underneath that to break it. All right, so you just need to go in between that to disconnect this cable. Okay, once you have done with that process, all right, let's go ahead and get the metal prying tool. Be very careful at this point. You do not want to break the flex cable. You're seeing that I'm going underneath that flex cable there to separate the adhesive, which is taping down the home button. So you're going to go underneath, gently work your way around it with that adhesive tape that is taping down the home button. Okay, you can see the tape right there. Okay, separating the tape. And the home button will just fall off on the other end. Save this home button, transfer to the new screen. All right, next step, what I'd like to do is to remove the screw. There are 5 screws in total, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So remove the screw. And we're going to transfer that ear speaker and the front camera to that new screen. So go ahead and remove all the screws. Remove the bracket. Flip it to your left. That is for the front camera here. And then disconnect the ear speaker. Now at this point, what I like to do is to get a tweezer to go underneath. Gently separate that connector, which is the proximity sensor. You know how when you speak on the ear, the speaker, the phone screen would just go off. So just kind of gently pry it open on this part. The next step is to go ahead and bring this entire piece out, because we can remove it after. So go ahead and do that. And you want to stick it underneath that little 4 golden dots. Okay, so you want to use that prying tool to pry it underneath that cable. Now we're going to come back here. I can remove this little piece, which the new screen comes with it, so I do not need that. Okay, I want to align that cable back to that dots here. Okay, just align them properly like so. And then make sure that this connector goes back into that slot, the very top slot. And then have the speaker to go on top of it, so that little gold dots matches that spring. And then flip over the front camera, and then holding it down with the bracket. Keep holding it down. And get ready with all the screws. We're going to put everything back together. Right, once you have all the screws put back together, we're going to work on the home button here. I'm going to stick the home button from the front back into it, like so. Okay, and then you want to flip that connector up above the cable. So flip it up first and then lay it down. Now you can press it down with that connector to go in. You just have to make sure you align them properly to get that securely fastened. Okay, so that thing looks good. Let's get the bracket to go back on top of it. Okay, once we have all the 4 screws that goes back in, I'd like to reconnect everything back together. They're just like Lego. Make sure you have the connector aligned properly on the phone connector here. And once you align it properly, you don't really have to force it down. It does a very little push to get back in together, okay? So don't force it in. Just make sure you aligned it properly. Everything aligned, then just gently push it in. That should be it. And do not forget your battery. Reconnect the battery as well. And I'll gently turn it on. Well, it's not turning on. Maybe I have the once you have the battery pushed in, okay, do not forget to put all the bracket here back together. a bracket here on the very top. Okay, then close the screen back together. And do not forget the 2 screws here at the bottom to put it back, and that should be it. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time, please take care and bye now. If you're not sure, I wanted to say, if you're not sure where to buy the screen and the tools, please check the link down in the description below. I'll direct you to either Amazon or eBay where you can find a replacement screen. Let me put the 2 screws back. And we want to test out the screen in just a second. Alright, so as you can see, everything works. The home button works. Yep, you can sense that, and it shakes. So that means the Touch ID works, the touchscreen works, except the True Tone. If you guys are interested with the True Tone, it doesn't work with the True Tone. So that should be it. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope this video is helpful. If you do find the video is helpful, please give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And again, if you find this video is helpful and want to show appreciation, you can do the super tank. I would really appreciate for you doing the super tank. Thank you, and bye now.